welcome to France. I did it. I'm on my way down to Portugal for the winter. As you can see, the sun is shining. It's not cold, it's wonderful. And I'm going to go over everything that you need to do before leaving UK and going to mainland Europe, the continent. There are lots of legal requirements that are different. There are lots of extras which you probably should do. There's been an awful lot to sort, and I'm going to sort of be your guide if you're thinking about a trip. If you're new here, welcome, I'm Becca. I live in my van full time with my cat and we travel around. This is the first time I have entered Europe since building the van, so it's a bit of a new experience for me, so hopefully I can offer some guidance if you're thinking about a trip yourself. First of all, I'm going to go over the legal requirements. I am travelling through France, Spain and Portugal, but if you're going to a different country, please check their requirements because they are actually different for each country, which makes this so much more fun. But the legal requirements for France are 1 warning triangle, so if you break down you have to put that behind your vehicle to warn people. 2, a high-vis jacket of some sort, again if you break down you need to be seen. Number 3 is beam headlight deflectors for your lights of your vehicle. So because we travel on the other side of the road, our lights dip sort of towards the left, and in France they travel on the right hand side of the road. Those dipped headlights will sort of blind the oncoming traffic. So you can get a couple of stickers. It comes with a pack and it will show you exactly where to put them for your vehicle type. Obviously it doesn't make it easy. Every vehicle has different lights and they need to be placed slightly differently depending on the vehicle you have, but all of that is in the instructions in the pack that you get with those. 4th is a UK sticker. You need to put that on the back of your vehicle. And 5 in France is the clean air zone tags. Now that isn't a legal requirement, but if you go through areas where they have clean air zones and you don't have a tag, you will get fined up to like €700, I think it is. So it's worth getting. They're like €5, depending on what your vehicle is or depending on which category you'll go in. I will link the French website where you can order those there. Now this one has caught me out because I'm not a city girl. I have no interest in going into cities. I like being out in the woods and the wilderness. However, I crossed from the ferry from Newhaven to Dieppe, and travelling from Dieppe to Le Mans, where I am now, you had to go through Rouen, which did have the clean air zones. There are always going to be alternatives. You can go around them, but those routes are going to be longer. You're going to have to stop-start more, so you're going to use more fuel. So it's up to you. It makes your life easier if you do have one. I made a bit of a poo-poo and I didn't get one because I didn't think that I was going to need one, and then realising that actually sometimes the main routes do go through the cities. So don't panic if you're already in Europe and you haven't got one. You can buy one from the website that I'll link below. Within 24 to 48 hours of purchasing one, you will get an email with like a PDF version of it. You don't actually need the sticker in the car. If you're planning this before you go, well done. Order it to your house and you will get the sticker, all is fine. But if you are already in Europe, like me, you can still order one. As soon as you get the email, then you are covered. It is done by number plate recognition, and if you get pulled over by a police, you can show them that on your phone. So don't panic, there are ways to do it. So there are all the legal requirements for France. Side note on this, the AA do a pack with all of these items in. I've got one of those and they're fabulous. They've just got everything that you need in. So I'd highly recommend getting one of those packs, save you doing the legwork. Okay, next up is Spain. So everything from France, plus you need 2 warning triangles for Spain, not 1, and you also need a spare wheel and tools to change it. They are legal requirements going through Spain. Next up is Portugal. So again, all of the above, plus you need your van insurance documents printed out. You need your passport. I mean, obviously you'll have that because you can't get in without it, but you need your passport and your driver's license. And you also need your V5 vehicle document as well. So a couple of extra documents that you need if you go to Portugal. Okay, next up are extras. These aren't legal requirements, but I highly recommend these are things that you bring or do before coming. So first up is a health card for Europe. This is a replacement for the E111 since we've left the EU. You can apply on the government website. Again, I'll put that link below, and it's quite easy, but it does take a while to arrive. So make sure you apply for that at least a month before your travels. Next up is breakdown cover. I mean, again, not a legal requirement, but very smart to have. Side note with this one, a lot of the policies are actually cheaper if you do an annual breakdown cover for European policy. I looked for a single trip for 3 months because I'm doing the full 90 days here, getting out the winter, and that was close to £500, whereas an annual trip was a few £100s cheaper. So just something to note. You also need to check that your van or vehicle insurance covers Europe. Some companies may need a green card, so you might need to ring your insurance company and tell them that you're going to Europe, and they will issue you with a green card. It may be 50 or 60 quid depending on the insurer. Next up is your bank charges. Does your bank charge you to use your credit or debit card? Most of the time credit cards have like a 2 or 3% commission rate on them, so make note of that. And if not, there are several different travel cards you can get where you can transfer money onto and you can use them abroad. Revolut, Monzo, things like that. So check with your bank and make sure that you're not going to get charged through the nose for using your card abroad. Next up is toll roads. You can pay for these as and when you pass through them. There are lots of toll roads in France. I went through my first toll roads on the way down to Le Mans from Dieppe, and oh my God, I got charged 55 quid for going on one road. So for me, I'm going to be going the back roads from now on because that's extortionate. I mean, I get it, 10 quid, 20 quid, whatever, but 55 quid. I've still got quite a way to go before I even get into Spain. So I can imagine that's going to cost hundreds of euros just to get down through France using the toll roads. Now, yes, they are lovely toll roads. They're very well paved. There was zero traffic on it. It was a very nice drive. But for me, that's not worth it. So I'm going to be going down the back roads from now on. Next up is internet. Now, I'm sure there are lots of different providers for internet that will work abroad. Make sure you find one that works in the countries that you've got. I got a Black Friday deal with Ryoko, I think they're called. Ryoko. This little device works in 187 different countries. What this does is it connects to the nearest tower. So when I was leaving England on the ferry, it worked for about 2 hours, and then about an hour in between England and France, it had no signal and it just said searching for network. And then about an hour before I reached France, it connected to the French network and it started working. It's working great. It's up to 150 megs. You can carry it around or charge it and plug it in. So for me, every time I leave the van, I'm putting that in my pocket, and then I've got internet on my phone to travel around with, and that one is perfect. Tried and tested so far just in France. Keep watching if you want to see if it works elsewhere, and I've had really good upload speeds with that, so happy with that. But think about internet options. Next up, I would highly recommend that you get your vehicle properly serviced, like an extra good service before traveling, especially if you're coming for months on end like I am. So again, not necessary, but kind of a smart thing to do. Another wise thing would be to get your vehicle dimensions and weight. Put them down in a little on your notes, put them next to your steering wheel, something like that, just so you know what your vehicle dimensions are if you ever come up to anything. Another fabulous one for this, there is a sat-nav app called Magic Earth, and you can put the dimensions of your vehicle in that. It's not free, I think it's a few pounds a year, but it will only plan routes that your vehicle can fit down with height and weight restrictions, so I think that's worth it, especially if you've got a big motorhome. You don't have to worry that your sat-nav is taking you down roads that aren't suitable. Next up, I mean, this one's pretty obvious, but travel insurance. Get travel insurance. I have done a backpacker's travel insurance because I'm doing a 3-month trip, and just make sure you're covered for everything like that. Okay, so that is everything that you need to do before traveling to Europe. Quite an extensive list. Again, please check the countries that you're going to. I will leave appropriate links in the description. Hope this was useful, and thank you very much for watching. If you would like to support the channel, you can do so over on patreon.com. Huge shout out to my Patreons. Love you guys. And if not, I will catch you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Peace out and stay wild.